Shalom. First and foremost, all praises go unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, the elder bishops. Also a shalom to you sincere Akim out there, the brothers diligently laboring in all truth and sincerity, pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth. Also to the few sincere sisters out there, to you I also say shalom. Alright, so it's your brother Azariah coming back at you again with another episode of the Freight Train of Prophecy. Okay, where we come to give you the current news happening in the planet Earth, judgments, signs and wonders, to let you know where we at in prophecy. And indeed, if you're paying attention to prophecy, then you know that we are very, very, very close to the end of this wicked kingdom. Right? And you can tell that by the amount of wickedness that's in the planet Earth. All right. You can just look back at the past 5 or 10 years. Wickedness has greatly increased within the planet Earth. Certain things that wasn't acceptable 5 or 10 years ago is pretty much normal now. Nobody really bats an eye at that. But there's a reason for that. And the reason is because this is what our Lord Yahweh Shai told us that the last days would be like. All right. As it is written, at the second coming of the Son of Man, it shall be as the days of Noah. All right. So the same way that people lived in the days of Noah before the flood, this is the same activity that we're seeing now once again in these last days before the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right. So this current kingdom that is in rulership by the so-called white man Esau Edom has been greatly saturated with wickedness. All right. And it's only so much longer that this place can go on before the Lord finally renders his final judgment. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this first article I got lined up here. And the title says, Transgender Woman, 18, Sexually Assaulted Girl, 10, in Morrison's Toilet. And that's a wild ass title. Okay. But it says, a transgender woman threatened to stab a 10-year-old girl's mother during a terrifying sexual assault in the female toilets of a Morrison supermarket. Katie Dolatowski, 18, admitted grabbing the youngster by her face and forcing her into the cubicle before demanding she take her trousers off at the store in Fife, Scotland on March 4th. Okay, so this is the complete confusion, wickedness, and debauchery, just complete degeneracy that you have in Babylon. All right, and this is what happens when you allow the Mo lifestyle, when you allow the alphabet community. This is what happens when you open that door. Okay, because on one hand you want to say that love is love, everybody's free, everybody's open, you can just do what you want to do, you see. But that's why the Bible outlines what's okay and what's not okay. Because if this was a society that lived upon the principles and the teachings of the Bible, stuff like this wouldn't be happening. All right. And if it did happen, then judgment would be carried out swiftly. All right. Here it is in this society, you actually have laws on the books that protect alphabet people. You actually have laws that protect them. You see? But here it is. Not only do you have a man claiming that he's a woman, but you actually have laws on the books that actually enable this type of lifestyle, man, that enables this type of mental illness. Okay, you can openly say, a man can openly identify himself as a woman and use a woman's bathroom with little girls. All right, now this is an 18-year-old man, and the victim was a 10-year-old girl. All right, so he easily overpowered her. You see, it's not even a contest, man. But once again, you open the floodgates of wickedness. You pretty much opened Pandora's box once you legalized the alphabet lifestyle, man. Because really, all that it is it's really just Satanism. It's that whole do as thou wilt spirit. You know, do whatever you want, do what makes you happy, love who you want to love. There's no boundaries, there's no order. All right. So now a man can be a woman, or woman can be a man. A man can identify himself as a dog. Okay, a man can marry his dog. A man can, you know, lay down with his dog. All right, grown ass old men can be dealing with 5-year-old little girls, man. You actually have a whole organization called NAMBLA, which I believe it stands for the National Association Man Boy Love, something like that. The National Association for Man Boy Love. If you don't believe me, all you gotta do is look it up. It's called NAMBLA, NAMBLA. Just look that up. This is a real thing that's going on in Babylon the Great, man. You see, but this is what happens when the wicked bears rule. Okay, this is what happens when Satanism is pushed within the planet Earth, man. You have homo, you have the alphabet lifestyle, and not only are they alphabet, but they're violent. Okay, it says that he grabbed the youngster by her face and forced her into the cubicle before demanding she take her trousers off. So he straight up raped her. All right, and let's go ahead and get that in Genesis 19. Okay, because nothing is new under the sun, man. All right, so this is Genesis 19. Now, this is the account of where the two angels came to Lot in the city of Sodom. You know, the two angels, they were sent by the Lord to get Lot up out of the city because that city was to be judged. All right, so y'all should be familiar with the account. Okay, so gonna start at verse 4. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young. Okay, so you had old men that was Mo, and you had the young men as well. All right, no doubt you had little boys, probably younger than 10 years old out there, trying to get some angel booty, man. You know what I'm saying? It says all the people from every quarter, and they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. All right, now they're not talking about know as in they want to sit down and have a nice conversation. They talking about know as in they wanted to know the angels of the Lord sexually. Okay, they wanted to have sexual relations with the angels of the Lord. So this is how wicked that Sodom and Gomorrah is, man. That Sodom and Gomorrah was. All right, and hey, it's the same very thing that's going on in this time today. All right, extreme wickedness and perversion. And it says, and Lot went out at the door unto them and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Okay, so Lot was even willing to give his own daughters unto these perverted men, just to spare the angels of the Lord. All right, it says, only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with him. All right, so they was telling Lot, hey, listen, we gonna rape you worse than we gonna rape these 2 men because you refusing to bring them out unto us. So do you see the level of wickedness? Do you see how wicked that Sodom and Gomorrah was? Okay, not only was they moles, but they was violent moles, man. You see, they was going to literally take what they wanted, man. You see, so it's no different than this story here. Okay, and this is, this is already happening. All right, this is going to become a lot more common because the laws that are on these books, they enable this type of behavior, man. You see, so this is the violent mole activity that's, the same as Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides, son-in-law, and thy sons and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city? Bring them out of this place, for we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. Okay, so for the extreme wickedness, the perversion of the men of the city of Sodom and those 5 cities, the Lord had to destroy that place, man. So if this is the same thing going on in these times now, what judgment do you think is going to come onto the planet Earth because of these things? It's going to be the same thing. And the scriptures tell you that, man. You see? So the world has waxed more and more wicked. All right? Let's get Revelation 11. Let's jump down to the 8th verse. All right? And it says, In their bodies, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Okay, so the Bible refers to this land, Babylon, okay, which is extends to Europe. That's the original Babylon, and to also Babylon the Great, which is modern day America. Okay, spiritually called Sodom in Egypt. Sodom because this is the place where all kinds of sexual perversions, all kinds of sodomy go down. In Egypt because this is the place where the Israelites were once again taken into bondage. All right. So, hey, man, the Lord has great judgment reserved for this place. And we tell you, Jakes, to come out of this place, man, because, hey, this place is wicked as hell. I mean, as far as life goes in this place, man, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be all caught up into this Babylonian lifestyle. Because, hey, if you allow yourself to be taken over by the things in this place, then you will be consumed with it. Reading on, it says she carried out a similar attack just weeks earlier on February 8th when another young girl using the toilet Salakia at an Asda store in Halbeath spotted Dolatowski using a mobile phone to spy on her over the partition wall. So you see, this is the level of sickness that you have going on in Babylon, man. You see, it says the teenager narrowly avoided jail and was instead handed a 3-year community order, banned from having contact with children, placed on the sex offenders register in order to complete 100 hours unpaid work. So this is a lenient judgment that they gave this demon, man. All right, which shows you that they don't really want to stop this type of activity. Because if they really wanted to stop this activity, then they would have completely taken this nasty demon off the streets, man. Really, they would have put him to death. That's what the scriptures prescribe. All right. The scriptures will prescribe someone like this that's confused, that's mentally bugged out, to be put to death, man. Because you know what I'm saying, you're not even supposed to suffer a person like this to live. But all they did, they ain't even put him in jail. They just gave him a 3-year community order and basically 100 hours of public service. You see? So this is the judgment of Esau, man. All right, the devil that the Bible speaks of. You see, and Esau don't live by the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Esau lives by Satan's laws, which is what? Do as thou wilt. So hey, man, may Yahweh Bashem Yahushua destroy this place and every wicked ass person in it, man. Straight up. Next article says, see if I can. It says elephant kills woman, then returns to funeral and tramples corpse. Okay, this is another thing that we seeing. Okay, animals turning up. All right, the Lord putting the spirits on the beasts of the field to carry out more judgments, man. We've been seeing a lot of this recently. Okay, where these you know, where these certain beasts are displaying a very unusual behavior. All right. So reading it says an elephant that killed a woman in India returned to her funeral and trampled on her corpse, local police have said. Hey, so this elephant had something personal against this woman, man. All right, so not only did the elephant kill her, but he even went to the funeral and trampled on the corpse. Okay, very unusual behavior for these beasts. All right, but what is that? That's a spirit of vengeance. All right, because you would only do something like that if you really have a very long, heavy, standing vendetta against someone. All right, so that's a spirit of vengeance put on this beast by the Lord, man. The 70-year-old woman Maya Murmu was attacked by the wild elephant as she walked to collect water in Odisha's Mayurbanj district, Indian news outlet The Print reported. The elephant has strayed from the Dalma Wildlife Sanctuary, which lies about 10 miles from the city of Jamshedpur. After the elephant attacked Murmu, she was rushed to hospital, but she succumbed to her injuries. Lopamudra Nayak, an inspector at the Rasgovindpur police station, told The Print. Later, as family members gathered to perform a funeral for Murmu, the wild tusker appeared once again. Hey, so he said, yeah, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought I was finished, but I'm back, though. It approached the pyre and grabbed the body. Hey, you see that? He said he approached the pyre where they was having a funeral and grabbed the body, man. The elephant then trampled on her body again and threw it away before fleeing. The funeral was completed a few hours later. Duncan McNair, a lawyer and founder of conservation charity Save the Asian Elephants, told Newsweek, This incident is a reminder that although gentle creatures, elephants can be dangerous and deadly. Nah, you think? See? But nah, straight up though. This was a spirit of vengeance. It said that the elephant came back to the funeral, picked up the body, trampled it, and threw it, and then just ran away. So what do this tell you? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not normal behavior for an elephant, man. You know, elephants are very intelligent creatures. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say that an elephant never forgets. So I don't know what that woman, did to that elephant, but whatever it was, that was definitely a spirit of vengeance put on this beast by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to carry out judgment. And real quick, we're going to get that in the book of Ecclesiastes 39. Okay? Spirits created for vengeance, man. Alright, let's get that real quick. Let's jump down to, I think that's a 28. Yeah, verse 28. It said there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail, and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. teeth of wild beasts, and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Okay? So that's exactly what's going on here, man. Alright, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is the master of spirits. He controls all spirits upon the planet Earth, good and evil. See? So it ain't nothing for the Lord to put a spirit on a beast like this to carry out judgment. I mean, imagine seeing something like that though. Like you at a funeral, you about to bury your grandmother, your mother, and a damn elephant pull up and just crash the party. Grab the body, trample it again, throw the body and just run off. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell me that that's normal behavior for a damn elephant. You know what I'm saying? Much less any animal. It's almost like he wanted to make sure that she was dead, man. You see? Call Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Hey man, the Lord is terrible. You don't hey listen, like you don't want to mess with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because he can jack you up like this, alright? He can send a damn lion, a damn bear, you know what I'm saying, an elephant, even your own dog, man, to do judgment against you. If you wicked, you see? But hey, just keep in mind that you're gonna be seeing a lot more of these type of judgments happening. All right, teeth of wild beasts, man. You're gonna be seeing a lot more of this happening. All right, especially when all hell breaks loose in these certain, developed nations where they got zoos and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they got these animals locked up in captivity. Them animals is going to break loose, and the Lord gonna put a spirit on them animals to tear these wicked ass people up, man. Straight up. You see? So hey, just wait. You're gonna see judgment, mass death taking place on the planet Earth, man, just as the Lord said it would. See? Let's get this one. San Antonio Zoo posts photo of mysterious creature after Amarillo's Chupacabra post. Okay, now this is an article that they pretty much seen cryptid, which is a unknown beast, a beast that's not known to mankind. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much like a chupacabra or the abominable snowman or Bigfoot or something like that. A beast that's not, well known to mankind like that. Alright, so now let's get into a little bit of this. It says on Sunday, the San Antonio Zoo posted a picture of a mysterious creature roaming Breckenridge Park with a photo captured on security cameras. As part of the Facebook post, the zoo said it was seeking the public's help in identifying this strange creature. The black and white photo shows what appears to be a large hippopotamus walking along the fence line. As of Monday morning, the post had received more than 5,000 likes, 797 comments, and 542 shares. Facebook users posed a number of possible explanations, with many users making references to a local zoo staple, a hippopotamus named Timothy. Okay, now let's see this. Okay, this is just a picture. It says the animal has made plenty of headlines over the years. This includes making a splash on the internet for his swimming skills and even going viral for one of his original works of art. It says the post comes just days after the City of Amarillo Twitter account published a tweet about a recent unidentified Amarillo object late night sighting at the Amarillo Zoo. Okay. Now this is the one. Let's get this real quick. Okay. Y'all can see that? See this creature right here? What the hell is that? What the hell type of creature is this? I don't know about y'all, but I never seen no type of creature look like this, man. Alright? They calling it a chupacabra. Okay? It says in the post, the City of Amarillo stated that the Amarillo Zoo captured the strange image outside of the zoo in the early morning hours on May 21st at approximately 1:25 a.m. The city posed a series of questions to seemingly explain or identify the hazy figure captured in the image, asking its Twitter followers if the captured image shows a person with a strange hat who likes to walk at night or a chupacabra. Alright, and bottom line is, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai got creatures out here that you never seen before. Okay? And these beasts, these certain beasts that the Lord got out there in the cut, these beasts are reserved for judgment, man, in these last days. Alright? You can look at that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just look weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you was to see something like this late at night, then this will bug you out. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, the Lord got, you know, strange creatures out here, man, reserved for judgment. Okay? Let's get Wisdom of Solomon, the 11th chapter. Let's jump down to verse 15. It says, "But for foolish devices of their wickedness, wherewith being deceived they worship serpents, void of reason, and vile beasts, thou didst send a multitude of unreasonable beasts upon them for vengeance." Okay? So this chupacabra, you know, these certain, you know, cryptid creatures that the Lord got out here, Bigfoot, you know, the abominable snowman, chupacabra, the night walker, you know what I'm saying? The Yeti, you know what I'm saying? Like these certain cryptid wild beasts that's out here, man. Hey, the Lord got something in, you know, hey, the Lord got something in the cut for these wicked people out here, man. And it's all for vengeance, all right? That they might know that wherewithal a man sinneth, by the same also shall he be punished. Okay? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Those that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. Okay, that's what that verse is saying. For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions or unknown. Oh, it says unknown wild beasts. Okay, unknown to mankind, you know, beasts that you've never seen or heard of before, man. Full of rage. You see that? So hey, they gonna be full of rage, man. So that means that they always gonna be turned up. All right, they always gonna be full of anger, ready to go. Even in their sleep, they gonna be turned up, man. You see that? Full of rage, newly created, man. So hey, the Lord already got beasts out here that can tear you up. But he gonna make some newly created beasts. All right, the Lord about to get creative, man. You see, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua about to get creative on the wicked. You see that? Breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes. Okay? So these are going to be just some of the abilities that these creatures are going to have. And one thing about the scriptures, man, you don't have to believe it. Okay? You don't have to, you know, believe that these things are actually out there. Okay? But that's, you know, whether you believe or not, here it is. Whether you believe or not, man, people have seen Bigfoot. People have, you know, seen things like this. Okay, people have seen wolfmen in a backyard at the late hours of the night. Okay, people have seen apparitions, man. Okay, these are the newly created wild beasts that the Lord spoke of. You see, and they out here. And it, you know, there was a time when, you know, people would come and they would scoff and they would scorn. You know, they would make certain, you know, blasphemous comments. You know, but now it ain't really too many scoffers and scorners coming up no more. You know, if anything, now people want to actually know what the hell's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because people are starting to see these same very things and they want answers. You know, and science can't explain this shit, man. know what I'm saying? Science can't give you a damn breakdown as to what this is, or where this thing come from. Because for years upon years, man, people have been seeing these apparitions, these certain newly created beasts that the Lord got out here, and they haven't been able to get answers. Okay, but where's the answers at? In the scriptures. Okay, the Lord tell you that these beasts have been created for the purpose of vengeance, for the purpose of judgment, man, to judge the wicked. Okay, so hey, like the scriptures say, the Lord about to get creative on these people. Okay, the Lord about to make your worst nightmares come true. You see that? All right, so it's enough of that. Let's get to this. Okay, the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Israeli scientists grow sperm on a microchip. See, now this is why we call the white man the devil. Okay, this is why well, not us, but you know what I'm saying, but the Bible calls the so-called white man the devil, man. All right, which devil basically means deceiver, adversary. Okay, which this man is adverse to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man is adverse to creation. This man is adverse to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Because here it is, this nigga Esau is creating sperm on a damn microchip. And for what purpose? Why is you doing this, Esau? Why? This man just can't help himself but to be wicked, man. You see? He can't help himself, because why? He was created to be the wicked. And this is why we can stand boldly out in the open and tell the white man to eat the devil to his face, because they steady doing shit like this. You see? And they know that this ain't right, man. You can't tell me that Esau believed that this is right. But says people who receive aggressive treatment for certain types of cancers may have fertility problems. And children and teenagers are often of special concern, according to the American Cancer Society. Treatments like chemotherapy and radiation therapy can damage sperm-forming cells and result in impaired spermatogenesis. Okay, which that word goes into the creation of sperm, the generation of sperm, the birth of sperm, right? The origin and development of sperm cells within the male reproductive organs. Israeli scientists led by a research group at the Ben Gurion University of the Negev in Beersheba have developed an innovative platform to create sperm in a laboratory through a microfluidic system, which contains hundreds of microchannels for fluids to pass through. The sperm was grown on a special silicon chip developed in collaboration with researchers at the Technion. Israel Institute of Technology. A 3D system was built and integrated to allow the addition of testicular tissue cells. The chip enabled the researchers to grow cells from the test in the microchip and add fresh cell culture media designed to support cellular growth. Okay, so this man is now creating artificial sperm, right? So literally, these damn gutter rats that's over there in the land of Israel, over there in our land, they trying to take the role of the Most High on earth, all right? And then you got America funding these damn devils every year, millions and billions of dollars to fund this type of research, man. Okay? So when we tell you that the white man, that the so-called white man is the devil, that Esau is the son of perdition, that he is the embodiment of that antichrist spirit, then believe that we telling you the truth, because that's what the scriptures say. All right? And you can tell by this man's works that he is indeed the adversary, man. Ain't nobody else upon earth doing nothing like this. And if they are, then they was influenced by the so-called white man. They was influenced by Esau to do it. Esau paid them to do it. You see? So these are the wicked and vain imaginations of the so-called white man. Okay? And Esau is greatly offended, man. All right, so let's go ahead and get the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2. Jump down to Verse 3 says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Now, who is that man of sin? Who is the son of perdition? When you go into that word perdition, it means destruction. Okay? The scriptures say that Esau was created as a vessel of wrath, fitted for destruction, man. So he was created to be destroyed. You see? The Lord hath created all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of judgment, man. You see? So the so-called white man, which is biblical nationality, is Esau, Edom. All right, and you got those Amalekites over there in the land of Israel, which they are of the seed of Esau, the Amalekites. Okay, which the Amalekites are the chief tribe of Esau, so they pretty much the head, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the tribe that all your world elite bankers come from. The Rockefellers, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Rothschilds, so on and so forth. Okay, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Now, by process of elimination, what people upon the earth represent this to a T? Okay? Who exalt themselves above the Most High? Who is trying to take the position of the Most High to say that, listen, we don't need to follow the Bible. Our laws will hold sway in the planet Earth. Okay? They literally trying to put a Neuralink microchip into people's brains so that they can fix any kind of neurological disorder, any kind of body deformity. They trying to make blind people see again. They trying to make lame people walk. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to perform miracles on the left hand side through their technology. So they trying to work miracles like the Most High upon the planet Earth, man. And then from that, they're gonna try to do away with the Bible, because they're gonna say, well, you know, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ, well, he's not so special because we can do the same thing. You see? So if anything, we are now the Son of God, because we can now perform these same miracles that he did. So you see where they're going with this, man? So this is the man of sin being revealed, the son of perdition. And Esau continue to be exposed every day, man. And when you see stuff like this, when you see that this man is creating sperm on a damn microchip to put in people to allegedly solve lack of a sperm, and really this goes into the Edomites, because we know that the Edomite birth rate, or should I say that the Edomite birth mortality rate has exceeded their birth rate. You see? So there's more Edomites dying than being born, man. So now they trying to save that. And you also have another thing happening in which, call hello Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because now, white men are actually having trouble getting white women pregnant. They saying that when, white men, go to impregnate, other, white women, that the sperm is being rejected from the egg. You know what I'm saying? So hey, call y'all about some Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, so they say that Edomite sperm is being rejected from the egg, man. So they not getting pregnant, and that's leading to the continued demise of the Edomite, man. Okay, so more than likely this is to make up for that. You know what I'm saying? This is to solve that issue. But listen, Esau, nothing is going to save you from the judgment of the Most High, because right now the Most High is taking you devils down, man. All right, and he's even attacking your reproductive system. All right, the Most High taking you down that way. You know what I'm saying? The Most High not even allowing you to reproduce. And that's why this devil want to depopulate the earth, because pretty much the melanated people of the earth greatly outnumber the Edomite. All right, even in America now, that's the case. If you add up the all the tribes, the Native, Latino, and Native American. You know what I'm saying? They greatly outnumber Esau, man. So now this is Esau's solution to try and get they birth rate back up to speed. But hey, it ain't gonna work because this devil know that he got a short time, and the Most High is afflicting his ass even on a biological level, on a cellular level. This devil sperm not even working no more, man. So now he gotta, create microchip sperm, man. Oh man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just beautiful to watch. You know what I'm saying? That the Most High is, afflicting these devils like this. Beautiful. Yapa. Alright? Okay, so now it says global food prices are soaring. Rice could be next. Alright? So we brought out not too long ago that the world only has about a 10-week supply of food left. Okay? And it's even less now because I believe that they reported that about a month ago. You know? So with that, it's only like 6 weeks left of the world's wheat supply, man. And they talking about inflation is about to be the worst that anyone has ever seen. All right. So this is gonna be, as we continue to tell you through the spirit, that this is gonna be a very interesting and exciting summer. All right, for Babylon the Great, for the inhabitants of the earth. Okay. So now, yeah, let's get into this. It says food prices have been on the rise in the past few months, and export bans have followed. Rice could be next in line. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization Food Price Index already shows international rice prices creeping up for the 5th straight month to reach a 12-month high. God damn. So hey man, telling you food is about to be unaffordable real soon. Okay? And it's already getting to that point for a lot of people now. See? Like, you go to the store and you pick up 10 items, man, it's like $100 depending on what you buying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you damn near got to buy the most generic foods just to get a decent amount of food for your money. You know? Food prices have been on the rise in the past few months, and rice, a staple food in much of Asia, could be next, industry watchers said. The prices of many foods, ranging from wheat and other grains to meat and oils, have shot up. That's been driven by a slew of factors, including the rising cost of fertilizer and energy in the past year, as well as the Russian-Ukraine war. It says food export bans or serious disruptions have included those from India, wheat, Ukraine, wheat, oats and sugar, and many others, and Indonesia, palm oil. It says rice could be next in line. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization Food Price Index already shows international rice prices creeping up for the 5th straight month to reach a 12-month high. Okay? So that, we already know what's going on with the food situation. See, we already know that it's about to get real. Okay? The reality is about to set in, very different for these Babylonians. Okay? Because these people, they don't know what it's like to be in a famine. They don't know what it's like to not have food. America literally has too much food, man. So when this famine do hit, and when prices become so exorbitantly high that you can't afford it, that food is out of reach, all out chaos is going to break loose in the earth, man. All right, all out chaos. Because when people can't eat, you don't think rationally. Just like that Snickers commercial go. When you don't have a Snickers, you're not yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. Like when you hungry, you not yourself. You don't think rationally. Like, you don't think normal. You see? You know what I'm saying? Like, you get to bugging out. You get to thinking crazy, man. Because that's basically your body shutting down. Your body going into survival mode. Your body's trying to do whatever it has to do to survive. Your hormones get off balance. You know what I'm saying? nervous system going crazy. You know. So let's go ahead and get Luke 21. Jump down to verse 10, right? Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Okay? The great signs in the earth, man: famine, pestilence, fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. We seeing all these things right now taking place. Everything. Okay? Especially the famine. All right? And it's not going to be that much longer till the famine hits full scale. Okay? You got all kinds of, preppers out there, you know, prognosticators and such telling you what's about to come. You know what I'm saying? You had your man, that Edomite, Jamie Dimon, tell you last week, hey, listen, a financial hurricane is right down the road and it's coming your way. So brace yourself. Hey, so these Edomites already know what's going on. They already know. See? So, hey, if you don't want to take heed to the men of the Lord, hey, then that's your ass, man. All right? Because, hey, we trying to, we tell our people these things out of love because, hey, the time is short. So, hey, you got to know where you stand right now because, hey, when certain stuff go down and you looking for the prophets and you trying to, search for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you're not going to be able to find, man. You're going to be groping around like, you know, you're going to be groping around in the dark looking for answers and you're not going to find them. Especially when the famine of the word kick in. Because, hey, I'm going to tell you something else. Brother's page is about to get shut down real soon. Because Esau about to come in hard body with that censorship. He about to start going through all our old videos, taking them down, giving strikes. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, hey, the prophets ain't going to be on YouTube no more. See? So, hey, get this word while you can. Take heed while you can. All right, it says, this article, Fortune article, says, I fear that it's still going to get worse. Top economist Mohammed El Erian says inflation could reach 9%. 9% inflation. Top economists and executives are sounding the alarm about the economy and warning that a recession may be imminent after inflation accelerated to 8.6% in May. Some had expressed hope in April that inflation was finally under control. Yeah, right. More like spiraling out of control. I'm saying that's more what it's like. When its rate declined to 8.3% from a previous peak of 8.5 in March. That downward trend, however, proved to be a hiccup in a climb that lasted nearly a year. I never shared those hopes, said economist Mohammed El Iran on CBS Face the Nation on Sunday, adding that he believes experts should take a more modest view about taming inflation. And I fear that it's still going to get worse, he said. We may well get to the 9% at this rate, which it will, and and it's going to jump far beyond, well beyond 9%. Okay? And when it does, they're going to have to crash this whole system. And then that's when they're going to bring out the RFID, the rice grain, the MOTB. Okay? Hey, so these things are very near to be implemented within the planet Earth. All right? These things are very, very near. Okay? The MOTB, World War III, is right around the corner. We already seeing the infrastructure for these things being set up right now as we speak. It says the inflation rate increased in May despite the Federal Reserve's efforts to curb rising prices by adjusting its baseline interest rate twice in the last year. First in March and again in May. And these devils ain't trying to fix this damn economy. They want it to crash. Alright, that's why they keep printing all this money out of thin air. How the hell you trying to fix something but you making it worse by, just spending, frivolously, man? The power, really, the dollar has no value no more. The only reason why people see the dollar as valuable is because That's what the leaders make you believe. They put it out there like it has value, but really it doesn't. Because every month that goes by and inflation goes up, the power of that dollar becomes less and less and less. So it's going to come to a point where you're going to go to the supermarket and you might pick up 5 items, 10 items, 20 items, and you're going to be paying double, triple the price of what you will normally pay for that same amount of items, man. That's what time that we coming into. That's going to be the reality. And we already know what's going to come from that. Complete chaos in these streets. Okay? Let's get this last article, then we're going to close out. It says high gas prices led a Michigan sheriff to announce deputies would skip calls. Then his statement, it disappeared. All right, now this is another thing, another big thing, especially for these women out here. All right, what you gonna do when you call Esau, when you call 911, and it ain't nobody there to answer your calls? What you gonna do in that day when a man is running you down to your house, or a man follow you home, and he wants some booty? You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got no protection. You ain't got no man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be scared. Even if you do got a gun on you, you're going to be scared as hell to use it, because really that's not a woman's place to be in that type of position to defend herself. You're supposed to have a man with you to, protect yourself from that kind of danger. See? So, hey, these women and these wicked men as well, because, hey, men going to be out here getting raped too. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be men out here getting raped too, man. All that's going to be judgment from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And one thing about it, as wicked as Esau's system is, at least right now, there's still some kind of order. All right. If you commit certain crimes, then Esau will come and get your ass, man. But when all this goes away, okay, when you can't call on Big Daddy Esau no more to solve your problems, to show up at your moment's notice, hey, all I can really say is you gonna wish that you would have listened to the men of the Lord in that day. You would have wished that you would have came back unto the Lord, man. All right. So it says Mount Pleasant, Michigan, with gas prices soaring above $5 per gallon, and I believe right now that the national average for gas nationally is above $5 now. Okay, so that means that most states that you go to, majority, if not all, of the lower 48 states that you go to, gas is above $5. Okay, so hold on. It's not giving the rest of the article. Well, damn. Let's see. Let's see something. Let's get this on here. Salakia. Says when someone opens a browser window or an app to say something on the internet, they would first be shown 3 warnings. 1, there are no takebacks. 2, don't expect anyone to understand. 3, you will not get the benefit of the doubt. According to a story in Detroit Free Press, if Isabella County Sheriff Michael Maine had been reminded of that before he made a Facebook post on the department official page, he might have spared himself a boatload of grief. Maine wanted to let constituents know that high gas prices were affecting the department as well, and wrote, "We have exhausted what funds were budgeted for fuel with several months to go before the budget reset. To cut down on fuel costs," he said, "I have instructed the deputies to attempt to manage whatever calls are acceptable over the phone, which were non-in-progress calls, non-life-threatening calls, and calls that do not require evidence collection or documentation. Anything not an emergency or that they would consider an emergency." Hey, because right now people call 911 for all kind of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? People get locked out their house, or they forget their keys in their car. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. They not coming out for nothing like that. because they don't want to waste gas because gas is too high. See? Then to assure constituents that the police weren't abandoning them and that safety remained priority number one, he added that deputies will continue to provide patrols to all areas of the county and respond in person to any call that is in progress with active suspects. All right. It says naturally this turned into nonstop phone calls to the department and a bunch of nationwide coverage. People reading the statement as we're out of gas, so you're on your own. And that led to Maine deleting the Facebook post, but as we already covered, it was too late. So basically that's what they're saying. We are out of gas, so you on your own. Alright, so like I said, if you're a woman or you a man and somebody trying to rob you, they trying to set you up, follow you home, whatever the case may be, you can't, call the police because they not going to consider that an emergency. Especially if you a Jake. If you a Edomite, then then hey, you might have more luck. But if you a Jake, they ain't coming out to save you, Jake, man. Especially you Israelite women. Alright? They ain't coming out to save your ass, man. Okay, so what we seeing is a complete breakdown of society. Okay, this is what we seeing right now. To the point where the police won't even answer you in your time of desperation. Basically, you on your own. Alright? Hey, it's about to be like the purge out here for real, man. Alright, now let's get. You already know what I'm about to get. You already know where I'm about to go. Let's get my man Esdras. Jump to 2nd Esdras 15. Let's get it. Okay, 2nd Esdras the 15th chapter. Let's jump down to verse 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay, it's going to come a certain point where they're going to have checkpoints set up from city to city. Because there's going to be so much disease, so much crime, so much chaos going on. People are going to be trying to flee. But hey, Esau going to have checkpoints set up at certain locations to where in order to get into the next city, you're going to have a certain marker that said that you're a part of the B system. And if you ain't got it, you're not going to be able to go. And then even if you don't have that, they ain't going to be trying to let you in there anyway. Because they don't know what you got or, what you might be bringing with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a members only type of thing. All right, this is what's coming. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Alright? So these things are coming upon the planet Earth, man. Alright, and this sheriff is telling you in a nutshell, hey, when the shit hits the fan, you on your own. Alright, because we ain't got no gas to be running here, running there, and dealing with people's problems, man. Alright? And they talking about they got a gas budget. Hey, well, what's gonna happen when that gas jump to $6, $7, $8, $9, $10? In some places like California, yo, the gas is already at $10, man. A gallon for regular. For regular gas is $9, $10 for regular gas. And if it's that price for regular gas, imagine how much they paying for diesel. It's crazy. You see, so hey man, this whole system of public service and having some type of security in Esau, them days about to be a thing of the past. All right, because when you call these police, and another thing is that these police is gonna be afraid to go out, because you got to keep in mind that they human too. So when they see all the chaos breaking out, when they see all the death and just crazy activity going on, they gonna be in fear for their own life, okay? Because they working for the system. So they gonna be targets too. They trying to get home to their families just like everybody else. So why the hell is they gonna put their life on the line just to save you? They get a call that somebody trying to break into my house, somebody trying to steal my car. They probably just hang up on your ass, man, or just tell you, hey, we'll be there in such and such time and just never show up. So hey, a time is coming like it's never been seen upon the planet Earth. Very perilous times, dangerous times, man, as the scriptures say. So knowing what's coming, what manner of person should you be? You know? And hey, we keep telling you, Jakes, hey, it's time to wake up, time to, get yourself right. Because hey, the time is short, and these things are very soon to come. These things will come. Because the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua are indeed faithful and true. Trust and believe that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. This has been another episode of the Freight Train of Prophecy. Hopefully it was edifying through the Spirit. And then off, I want to say, call hello Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Racha Kadash. Till next time, Shalom unto the elect. Come Yasha Allah, DTA, and Abba Shalom.